Hello?
On May 11th, 2021, 20-year-old Caroline Crouch was found dead in her home in Athens, Greece. According to Crouch's husband, Bobish Anagnostopoulos, burglars had tied up Crouch and killed his wife. However, as detailed in the Channel 5 documentary Caroline, the murder that deceived the world, Anagnostopoulos later confessed to killing his wife. Police used data from Crouch's smartwatch to prove that Anagnostopoulos had lied about the time of her death. Caroline Louise Crouch was born in Athens on July 12, 2001. She was the daughter of former engineer David Crouch and his wife Susan Della Cuesta. At the age of 8, she moved with her family to the island of Alonissos, where she grew up. When she was 15, she met her future husband, Bobish Anagnostopoulos. They married in Portugal on July 15, 2019. On May 11, 2021, Caroline was found dead in her bed by police officers. Police arrived at the home after receiving a call from her husband, who found her husband bound and gagged beside the bed. The couple's daughter, Lydia, was also found in the same room. According to the husband's initial statement to the prosecution, a few hours after midnight, 3 hooded armed robbers entered the couple's apartment through a basement window and killed their dog by hanging it from a lead over the banister. They then entered the attic, where the couple's bedroom was located, and demanded money at gunpoint. The husband told the robbers he had 10,000 euros and told them where the money was. Caroline, who was skilled in martial arts, fought back when the robbers pointed a gun at the baby. The leader of the robbers managed to immobilize her and suffocate her to death. Before leaving the house, the robbers bound and gagged the young woman's 33-year-old husband, who lost consciousness shortly thereafter. An initial investigation by police at the home revealed that the intruders had removed the memory card from a security camera on the first floor of the house. Investigation. The case was taken over by the Greek police's Crimes Against Life Department. A €300,000 reward has been offered for information leading to the arrest of the robbers. Police condemned the brutality of the crime. During the first days of the investigation, a 43-year-old Georgian national was arrested for trying to cross the border into Bulgaria with a false passport. However, no evidence has been found linking him to the crime. A search carried out at Crouch's apartment found no signs of entry through the window where the robbers allegedly entered, nor any fingerprints or DNA traces of the perpetrators. Prosecutors' investigations continued to search for the perpetrator's getaway vehicle and analyzed data from surveillance cameras in nearby houses and shops in the Greeka Nera district, but nothing related to the crime was found. Analysis of the victim's and her husband's digital evidence, cell phone, biometric watch, camera, revealed significant inconsistencies between the times reported by Mr. Anagnostopoulos in his statements to the prosecutor. Specifically, the camera's memory card was removed at 1:20 a.m., not 4:30 a.m., which Mr. Anagnostopoulos said was the time the burglars entered the house. Ms. Crouch's biometric watch also showed that her heart stopped beating at 4:11 a.m. Finally, analysis of the man's cell phone applications revealed that several applications had been running while he was bound and gagged. On June 17th, a police helicopter was dispatched to Alonissos, where the funeral of the victim was taking place. The police officers at the scene informed the victim's husband that new important information had emerged in the case and asked him to immediately follow them to Athens. From Alonissos, he was taken to Skiathos, from where he flew to Athens. after making a lengthy statement in front of the Attica Police Directorate, and the results were announced. The husband confessed to killing Crouch, claiming that the reason for the act was the frequent friction between them. He justified his attempt to divert the investigation by claiming that the crime was a robbery, as he did not want his 11-month-old child to grow up without parents. On June 18th, based on his statements to the prosecutor, the confessed perpetrator was indicted on 2 felonies and 2 misdemeanors, namely murder during wakefulness, cruelty to animals, and false reporting and false statements. On May 16, 2022, about 1 month after the trial began, a joint jury unanimously convicted Bobish Anagnostopoulos of murder during wakefulness, killing of a domestic animal, and the misdemeanors of false reporting and false statements. He was sentenced to life imprisonment plus an additional 10 years in prison and a fine of €20,000 for killing the pet dog. He also received an additional sentence of 11 years and 6 months in prison for misleading authorities. Following Anagnostopoulos' appeal, on September 29, 2023, the Athens Mixed Court of Appeal unanimously upheld the verdict of the first instance court, resulting in Bobish resentencing Anagnostopoulos to life imprisonment plus an additional 11 years and 6 months in prison, for a total of 2 years in prison. A fine of €21,000 was also imposed. The Crouches were awarded custody of the couple's daughter, Lydia. She then moved to Manila, Philippines, where she was raised by her cousins. Anagnostopoulos was charged with 2 felonies of premeditated murder while in a peaceful state of mind and cruelty to animals, as well as 2 misdemeanor counts of making repeated false statements involving another person. Anagnostopoulos is currently awaiting trial at Korydallos Prison, a maximum security prison outside Athens. Because Crouch was from the UK, her murder attracted the attention of major international media outlets, including the British newspaper The Guardian and broadcasters Sky News and BBC News. News channels 24 France News France and Fox News USA, as well as the New York Post, also reported on the case. On February 19, 2022, the British television station Channel 5 aired a police documentary, Caroline, The Murder That Tricked the World, which focuses on solving the case.